Okay, today's chapter is a day. Before learning this poem, let us know about the poet. This poem is written by Emily Dickinson, okay, American poet. Emily Dickinson by Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson. She was an American poet and she was born in America, grown up in Massachusetts. Okay. She has written her poems secretly and kept hidden from her family. And she remains a spinster for the whole of her life. She did not marry. Okay, that means she did not marry. She remains a spinster, and her poems are delicate, and the theme of her poems are generally on death, loneliness, and love. Now let us write down the first stanza of the poem A Day. It is an before say here, it is an allegorical poem. Allegorical poem. A day means here allegorical poem. Allegorical poem. Allegorical poem means a poem in which meanings are presented symbolically. Okay. Symbolically. And here allegorical poem. Do you know allegorical poem? A poem in which meanings are presented symbolically, by symbol. The title A Day itself is a symbol. It is a symbol of one's life. A day is made up of 24 hours. A day is made up of 24 hours. That period, the period in which 24 hours is represented as a lifespan of human life. A day itself is a symbol of one's life. Okay, and here in her poem, all the words, most of the words are presented symbolically. And a day itself, the title itself is a symbol of one's life. Okay, now let us write down first stanza by stanza. I'll write it down here. First stanza here. I will tell. What is that? I'll tell you how the sun rose. I'll tell you how the sun rose. The second line, a ribbon at a time. A ribbon at a time. Third line, the steeple swan in amethyst. The steeple swan in amethyst. Fourth line, the news like squirrels run. The news like squirrel. Squirrels ran. Sorry. Here in the first stanza in her poem, the poet says that she will tell how the sun rose. She says so because she is very much confident how the sun rose. Sunrise signifies, it is a symbol of birth. Okay, it is a symbol of birth. It is a symbol of birth. And the theme of this poem is about birth and death. Okay, about birth and death. Birth. I will tell you how the sun rose. She can tell very confidently that how men are born, how human beings are born, how everything on this earth are born. Okay, and here she says so because she had experience. She had seen when one born, we can see like that. Okay, like that. She has seen the whole world when she was born. After she was born, she can see everything on this earth. And that is why she is very much confident, and she confidently says that how the sun rose, how men are born. And when the sun rose, what happened? When the sun rose, what happened? A ribbon at a time. A ribbon at a time means when the sun rises in the east, different colors are seen. Different colors are seen. During the darkness, during night time, white, red, green, blue, everything become black. Isn't it? Everything become black during the darkness, in the night time. But when the sun rises, we can see different colors. There are green leaves, white peppers, okay, blue sky. These things are all seen when the sun rises in the east. But before sun rises, when it was darkness, it was covered by darkness. Black, isn't it? Black. There was only one color during the darkness. But when the sun rises, we can see different colors in this whole world. That is why ribbon at that time, ribbon is different colors of light. In the light, different colors of light. And in the third line, she says that the steeple swan in amethyst. Steeples, yeah, steeples means high pointed towers or churches. Churches are pointed, isn't it? Pointed. Churches, this is a symbol of spiritual world. Once again, I repeat here. The steeples means high pointed churches, buildings, which are the symbol of spiritual world. And all these churches, buildings, high tower, pointed towers, they seem to be swimming in the ocean of sunlight. Purple in color. This amethyst means purple. Once again, I repeat. Steeple means high pointed churches, building, which are the symbol of spiritual world. and they seem as if they are swimming in the ocean of sunlight, purple in color. And in the fourth line, the news like squirrels ran. The news, what was the news? News of rising sun. The news that the sun had risen in the eastern horizon, and the spread of sunlight is so fast as if the squirrel ran. Squirrel is a kind of wild animal that can run very fast. Okay, and the spreading of light is as fast as the squirrel ran. Understood? Now, second stanza. Second stanza. Where is the duster? Duster. Second stanza. The second stanza, what she says? The hill untied their bonnet, the bubbling began. The hills. Second stanza. The hills untied their bonnet. The bubblings began. Bonnets. The bubblings. Bobbling began. Then I said softly to myself. Then I said softly to myself, that must have been the sun. That must have been the sun. Full stop. Yeah. Second stanza. As I said, most of the words are presenting symbolically. Okay, in her poems, most of the words are here. The hills. Hills are personified as a man. Hills are personified as a man. Hills means here, hill is a symbol of man. Hill is a symbol of man. Who wears bonnet? Bonnet? Who wears bonnet? Bonnet is a cloth which we wear around our head. Okay. Hills symbolizes man. Untie their bonnet. A man wearing bonnet. Untie means removing. The man who wears bonnet removes from his head. Okay, his head. Here it symbolizes here when the sun rises, the hills untie its bonnet. Before sunlight, before morning, before sun rises, the top of the hills are covered with darkness and cloud. Okay, darkness and cloud. Those darkness and clouds are all disappear when the sun rises. And when darkness and clouds are disappear, it seems as if the man is removing his head, removing bonnet from his head. Understand? Hill is a symbol of what? Man. Bonnet is a type of cloth that we wear around our head. And when the sun rises, the hills seems to be removing its bonnet. Okay. When darkness and clouds which are covered during the night are all disappear. Okay. That is like a man removing his bonnet. Then bobolink began. Bobolink is an American bird, American songbird. Bobolink is an American songbird. When the sun rises in the morning, which is a symbol of bird. Sunrise is a bird. Okay, sunrise is a bird. Sunrise is a symbol of bird. Yeah. When the sun rises, which is the symbol of bird. The bobolink, that is American songbird, they began to sing melodious song, announcing what do they announce? They announce the coming of sunlight. Okay, announcing the coming of sunlight, which is a symbol of bird. Then I said softly to myself, that must have been the sun. And she says that all those things that happened, that is in the first thing, what happened? That she says that she can confidently tell how the sun rises in the east. That means how men are born. Okay, sunrise symbolizes birth. And the steeples which are the symbol of spiritual world seem to be swimming in the ocean of sunlight, purple in color. And the news of rising sun, that the light had spread the whole world, has been spread like a squirrel run, so fast. Okay, and the whole world, when the sun rises, the whole world is bathed in the sunlight. And the spread of sunlight is so fast that it spread like a squirrel run. And the hills untie their bonnets. Hills are the symbol. Hills are the symbol of man who are wearing bonnet. Bonnet is a cloth which we wear around our head. Okay, and here when the sun rises, the hills which are covered during the darkness, the top of the hills are covered with darkness and clouds. Darkness and clouds are all disappear when the sun rises. That looks like a man untying their bonnets. The bobolink begins. Then what happened? These are all a symbol of bird. Okay. The bobolink began. Bobolink is the American bird, American songbird. They start singing melodious songs announcing the arrival of sunlight, which is the symbol of birth. And she said, who said? Emily Dickinson said that all these things are happening because of the sunlight, because the sun had risen in the eastern horizon, and which is the symbol of birth. Everything is born on this earth. And lastly here, that the sun, that must have been the sun. The sun is the cause of all the things that happen on this earth. Understood? Now, third stanza. Third stanza. In the third stanza, she is coming to sunset. Sunset symbolizes death. Sunrise symbolizes birth. Understand? In the third stanza. But how he said, I know not. There seemed a purple style. But how he said, I know not. But how he said, I know not. There seems a purple style. There seems purple style. There seems a which little yellow boys and girls, which little yellow double L boys and girls were climbing all the while. We're climbing all the while. This is the third stanza. In the third stanza, she comes to sunset. Sunset, here, sunrise, sunrise. Sunrise is a bird, birth, and sunset, death. Okay, sunrise, birth, sunset, death. Sunrise is a symbol of birth, sunset is a symbol of death. And now here, say, but how he said, I know not. The poet does not know how that occur mysteriously on this earth, on this world. And that is why when we die, she does not know, and one does not know where we will go, our soul will go where, we do not know. We do not know when we die, what will happen when we die. Isn't it? We do not know what will happen when we die. That is why here she says that how he said, who is he? He is the sun. The sun. Sunset is death. When we die, we do not know what happened. That is a mystery. Mystery means unknown. Mystery means unknown. Unknown. That is why she cannot say anything about sunset. She cannot say anything about death. Hence, she cannot say how that is occurred mysteriously on this earth. Okay? That is why here, how he said, I know. She does not understand what happens when we die. There seems. But she imagines, there seems she is imagining. Who is imagining? The poet Emily Dickinson is imagining that some yellow boys and girls, yellow means young boys and young girls, seems a purple style. Seems a purple style. Style is a ladder that we use for climbing to the higher level. A ladder which we use for climbing to a higher level. And which little yellow boys and girls were climbing all the while. Here with the diagram, I will show you with the diagram. Here, suppose this is a hill. Here is a ladder. The poet imagine that purple color, the color of the leather is purple. Imagination, okay? She imagines that the purple style, purple color leather. On this purple color leather, the young boys and young girls seems to be climbing. This is a living world. And this side is living world, and this side is say kingdom of death. Kingdom of death. Is the other side. We call it other side. Other side means the land of death. Land of death. So land of death. Land of death. The poet imagines that the young boys and young girls seems to be climbing on this top of the hills until they reach on the top. Until they reach on the top. And when they reach on the other side means other side signifies or other side symbolizes land of death. Okay? Until they reach, until people reach, we are climbing, climbing, climbing. And when we reach on the top, we will die. And we will go to another world. That is the world of death, the kingdom of death. Yeah. Young boys and young girls seems to be climbing on the top of the hill. And in the fourth stanza, till when they reaches the other side. Till when they reaches the other side. Let me write down on the other side here. Last stanza. Last stanza here. Till when they reach. Till when they reach the other side. Other side. When they reach the other side. The other side. A Domini in gray. A Domini in gray. Put gently up the evening bars. Up the evening bars. And let the flock away. Away. And let the flock away. Here in the last stanza, in the second stanza, she says that there seems to be little boys and young girls are climbing using the ladder on the higher level. Isn't it? That is during our lifespan. During our lifespan, we used to climb up. We used to go up. Even if we study, we used to go up in the higher studies. Isn't it? Like that. Here, like that. Here, the poet imagines that the young boys and young girls seems to be climbing on the purple ladder to a higher level till when they reach the other side. Until they reach the other side. Other side means the world of death. Other side here refers to, it is a symbol of land of death. It is a symbol of, it symbolizes kingdom of death. It symbolizes other side. Other side symbolizes kingdom of death. Other side. And in the second line here, a Domini is a priest in gray. gray, wearing gray color uniform, gray color dress. Okay. A Domini in gray. Domini is a priest. Priest is the one who performs a requiem for the peaceful rest of the departed soul. Okay, for a peaceful rest of the departed soul in the abode of God. In the abode of God. Abode of God means the home of God. A Domini used to pray. Requiem means prayer, saying when one dies, priest will come and pray for the departed soul, so that the departed soul may rest in peace in the home of God. Okay. And gray is a symbol of here. And once again, here symbolizes gray. It is gray color. Gray symbolizes mourning. M-O-R-N-I-N-G. Mourning means, what is the meaning of mourning? Expressing our sadness, expressing our sorrow. Got it? And once again, I repeat. Till when they reach the other side, the poet imagines that young boys and young girls seems to be climbing the purple color ladder to a higher level until they reach the other side. The other side refers to the land of death. Until they reach the land of death. And a Domini will appear. A Domini, when one dies, a Domini is the one who performs requiem. Requiem means a prayer for the departed soul, so that the soul of the dead man may rest in peace in the abode of God. And at that moment, what happened? Put gently up the evening bars. Evening bars. Bar is a wooden bar, which we kept in the gate or the door. Okay. In our language, it is called gate. Kontong. Evening bars. Put gently up the evening bars and let the flock away. Let the flock means here. Flock. Flock. What is the meaning of flock here? Flock is the departed soul. There are many. See here. Once again, I will draw a picture so that for your better understanding. Look at the board. Here, suppose this is a hill, and here is a ladder, purple color ladder. Young boys and young girls are climbing until they reach the top of the hill. This is the other side. This is another side. Another side is the land of death. Isn't it? Land of death. When the people reach here, there is a gate. What is this gate? It is a demarcating point. Okay, a demarcating point between the land of death and living world. This is a living world. Living world. Here, ending point of the living world. And after this point, people. The soul of the dead man will go to this land. Okay, and the Domini will tell, the priest, by saying the requiem, he will tell in which way he will go in the land of death. Okay, after that, Domini means the priest will fasten, will close this gate, demarcating between living world and dead world. So that is how the poem comes to an end. Once again, I repeat here, this part is very important. This part is very important. And put gently up the evening bars and let the flock away. A domini in grey. A domini is a person who performs requiem for the departed soul, so that the soul of the departed, the departed soul may rest in peace in the abode of God. Okay, and grey in color, grey is a symbol of what? Mourning. Mourning is an expression of our sorrow, sadness. When one dies, we feel sorrow, we feel sad. Okay, it is called mourning. And Domini, leading. Domini will lead the soul of the dead man to this gate. And after this gate, he will tell the way, in which way the soul will go. Understand? And after that, the Domini will fasten, will close this gate. Closing the gate. And this closing the gate is a demarcating point between living world and dead world. That's all. Please. Okay. Flock is a people. Yeah, once again here, flock. Flock is a people. Flock means people. What kind of people? People means no one who died. The soul of a dead man. The soul of the dead man. The soul of the dead man is here, reaching here. Now he is dead here. And the soul of death is led by whom? By the Domini. Led means leading in which way we will go. Yes. Cry out to